Brought to you through the regional support of First 5 Fresno County, First 5 Tulare County, and First 5 Madera County. Because it's all about the kids.
If you have concerns about your child, and let's face it, who doesn't? Well, there is help for parents who are looking for services and someone who will listen. As Claudia Solis-Alcala explains, when it comes to their development, socialization, or their ability to learn, you can just dial up One Call for Kids.
Selma mom Lisa Coiney says she had concerns about her son Gabriel early on.
I always heard, oh, he's a typical boy.
During the early years, she says it was difficult to have a simple family outing.
We didn't go out for the first couple years. He cried a lot, was loud. When he could move around, he wanted to move around. And it was a battle to hold him still, to get him to sit still.
She tried finding help without much luck. Then she made the call to the One Call for Kids line at Exceptional Parents Unlimited in Fresno.
Hi, this is Tony at the One Call line. How can I help you?
Lisa says she was comforted immediately.
Right away, my concerns about my child. She asked about my child, how he was, and took notes. We were on the phone probably 20 minutes, and just to see how our family was doing.
One Call for Kids offers services in English and Spanish.
Okay, vamos a tomar un poquito de información. ¿Y cómo se llama su niño?
They address concerns about the learning, development, socialization, or behavior of young children from birth to 5 years of age. Karen Ray is the outreach supervisor at the Assessment Center for Children at EPU. It's her job to oversee the program. She says the early intervention that children can get from this program is crucial.
Statistics tell us that 1 in 6 children will have some sort of delay, whether it's a developmental delay, a speech delay, a learning delay, or social emotional concern, and 70% of those children are not identified until they get to kindergarten. So if we can catch those kids earlier and get them intervention sooner, we're going to have a lot less work to do with those kids long term, and their outcomes will be much, much better.
Karen tells us the phones are answered by trained professionals.
We have 2 people who answer the phone for One Call for Kids, Anna and Tony. Anna has a degree in social work and is currently working on her master's degree in social work. And Tony has a degree in child development.
The One Call for Kids line is busy. They talk to about 125 parents per month here. That means they help about 1,500 families per year.
At the One Call, they're asking questions to find out where can this child best be referred to, or assessed, or where can they best get services. So sometimes we refer out to school districts, sometimes to Central Valley Regional Center, sometimes to mental health clinicians in the community, and then sometimes we're bringing those kids in here to the assessment center for assessments.
Lisa says from the phone line to the therapists, she is working with people who are taking the time to get to know her son.
He hasn't been diagnosed with ADHD. It's more of an anxiety disorder. And he's also a sensory-seeking child, so he wants to do things all the time. He hits the floor running, and he's seeking stimulation constantly.
Gabriel was referred to an occupational therapist at EPU. She is teaching Lisa and Gabriel strategies to help him. They call this one pushing the wall.
It actually tenses the body up, but then when he releases, it's almost a relaxing, instant relaxing method. So it's kind of neat. He runs around the house doing it now.
It makes her happy to know that her son is not just a number.
I didn't feel like I was going to be judged on the other end, or like I was going to be put off. I was told how the process kind of works, and it takes a while. It's not done very fast, and which actually made me feel better, because you don't want to take your child somewhere and someone just write a label on them and push you along the way and start you in directions that you may not even need to be going in. And that was very reassuring that that my child wasn't going to be just another one pushed along.
Lisa says Gabriel loves coming to his sessions, and the staff here gives her lots of support and hope.
Thanks, Claudia. The phone number for the One Call for Kids line is 225-1102. The call is free. The lines are manned weekdays from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Brought to you through the regional support of First 5 Fresno County, First 5 Tulare County, and First 5 Madera County. Because it's all about the kids.